Good morning, guys. So we're going to start it nice and slow. For all those who are thankful to be alive in this 2020, this song right here is for you. So if you know it, go ahead and sing it with me. As I rise and I pray, thanking God for another day. Oh Lord, thank you for another. As I rise and I pray, thanking God for another day. Oh Lord, thank you for another day. Thank you for the peace you bring. Thank you for amazing grace. Thank you for releasing me. Thank you for another. Thank you for a decent day. Thank you for a piece of bread. If you know it, come and sing it with me. Come on, let's do it. Let your blah la 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 sense shine upon me, Baba God, Baba God, Baba God, honey. Let your blah la 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 sense shine upon me, Baba God, Baba God, Baba God, honey. All my life I've been running, now I'm running to receive your love. All this time I've been losing all my faith, but I got your love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Melly Rose is in the building with us this morning. Good morning, Melly. How are you going?
I good. How are you?
Happy New Year and all that good
Same
stuff.
To you.
Nice to
Same
see you here this morning. And thank you for
same.
blessing us up. I think for me, that's a nice song to always start the day with. I mean, we ended the show with it this morning, but if you're just starting your day, it's a beautiful thing to start your day too. As I rise and I pray, giving thanks for another day.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I learned in the pandemic, especially is like we take for granted just being able to wake up in the morning, and that's such an honor, and it's just to give the Most High thanks for it. So that's where that song came from.
You know, I've been struggling with the idea of balance in our industry, right? Because, you know, we tend to focus a lot of soca music on the wine, the jam, the party aspect of things. We often tend to refer to alcohol a lot. We refer to all these, you know, these forms of release. And not often enough do we have that balance. So I'm curious as to what inspires you to be able to bring forth that balance. Because, I mean, you have your little wine and jam songs too, eh? I know you have them thing too.
I mean, music, I feel for me is an expression. So this song, Shine For Me, came from when my nana passed. And I was in a dark place. I was going through it. And I just needed a reminder that, like, I have life and she would want me to live. And she prayed. She used to pray a lot for me. So, like, this was like a song to honor her. And it's very, like I always say, this is a very sentimental song for me. So for me, I really write music and do music that express what's happening in life and in my life.
Okay.
So sometimes I want to let loose and dance, and sometimes I want to thank the Most High because He gave me life.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's according to what I'm going through. Just like my song Amazing. Amazing is talking about just spreading love. And because in the pandemic I looked around and I was like, I don't want us in Trinidad and Tobago here to walk away from being kind to our neighbor, being kind to our fellow man, because that's what we grew up on. Being able to go by a neighbor for some sugar, being able to just walk in kindness. So
I mean, dude, I have layers of things I want to unpack there. Because I'm not sure, I feel like we've lost a lot of community spirit generally around as we kind of have been going through time. And this pandemic kind of made it a little bit harder now because everybody wants to make sure they are safe as possible. So you have to distance. You have to kind of stick to yourself. You know what I mean? You have to kind of small up
exactly,
now.
which we are not accustomed to. And that's why I'm like, I don't want us to forget where we came from. Because we, Trini people, we walk in love. And that is what we need to always remember, that we walk in love. We are our brother's keeper, our brother and sister's keeper. And it's very important for us to not forget that.
I hear you. So tell me, how have things been for you in the second year of the pandemic? Because we spoke, I believe, we spoke last year around the same time when you dropped Shine on Me.
Yeah.
And, you know, you were navigating it, you were dealing with your personal issues and putting it in the music and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We've been here for a second year. How has it been?
It's getting easier, I think, to go through it because now I'm finding a routine and, you know, figuring things out. But it's still difficult because I'm still losing people dear to me through COVID. I'm still going through the emotions of things. I'm still figuring things out. So I don't think
I would be going back to normal anytime soon, but I'm just working through it like everyone else.
And are you usually partake in carnival
Yes.
And how do you feel about the taste of carnival that's being presented?
So, it's so many layers to that.
We here for the layers this one, and we're like an onion.
I feel like it shows that there's a lack of inclusion, especially for the younger people. I feel like it shows the places that need the things that needs to be fixed, and hopeful that it would be fixed.
What needs to be fixed?
Basically, if you look at the lineup, simple thing as the lineup that's rolling out for
The same lineup they always roll out. So what needs to be fixed?
Well, it's not really the same. Well, I
It's
guess
the same
it is
lineup
the same.
that
And they
NCC
always
exactly.
And okay, so I'm gonna say this, and nobody busts my head.
I know gonna bust your head.
But a lot of times when people come to Trinidad and Tobago for tourism, they come to go to the fetes and the events and to listen to the soca music and do brainwash, go soca brainwash and all of these stuff.
You mean they don't go to Calypso tents?
That's not really what the large amount of tourism is coming in for.
Really?
Is it?
Okay.
Is it?
So they don't go to the Marsh Grand, they
No,
don't go to Calypso Fiesta.
that's part of it. But
Right.
remember, Carnival doesn't just go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's the fetes from after.
But we're not allowed to have fetes, right? So what do we do to replace that?
Right, and this is what the open conversation comes in place. But they're not having, like, they're telling us what we should be doing instead of asking us how we can all work together.
But they claim that they had stakeholder engagements.
Well, when I watched the interview with Rome and they said the promoters, they're not going to have sufficient time until next year. And the promoters, they're not going to be doing anything.
Right? So the government is doing something. That's a claim that they are doing something that will facilitate a part of the industry.
But they're doing something. Okay, so they're planning something in how many weeks? 2 weeks? And then instead of they're saying, okay, so how can we work all together? They're just saying, okay, this is my solution. So you have to take that. And that is a lack of inclusion. Is that not?
I'm not going to argue with you, dog.
No, I'm just.
You
This is
express
an
your
open
opinion.
discussion. Please, nobody bust my head. Please. This is an open discussion.
It is.
And I feel
But you
like
know, the challenge is that people keep asking. And like even Natalie asked me this morning, so then what is the solution? What do you think that the NCC should have done or should be doing?
I think they should just communicate with all the people involved in it.
Everybody
like
involved in Carnival?
No, the promoter association.
Right, but they did. And the promoter said they're not doing anything.
No. They sent, as Rome said, he said they sent them telling them that this is what's happening.
Right, but no, the promoters would have submitted something beforehand and they responded.
True?
No, they got it. They responded and said, okay, we see what you're saying.
Right.
We raise you this.
Right.
And the promoters said, all right, we don't have enough time to put together the kind of shows and events that we would like to, so we're not going to bother for this year.
Right.
Let's focus on next year, right?
Right.
So in light of that happening, what does NCC do?
I guess they do have to do something.
They do what they always do. They put together their shows.
But then let me ask you this. When things open back up, right? And
When is that?
Well, not open back up.
When is
Next
that?
year.
Omicron in the air.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Next year, when we do decide, okay, it's going to have a carnival and all of that, are they going to give them advance notice? Are they going to do the same thing that they did again this year?
So then for me, it's not about when we decide next year. It's when we decide this year. So we have to decide that right now that we're going to start the planning process for
next
2023.
Year. Facts.
One time. And maybe that's the most important lesson that we need to learn.
Facts.
Is that we need to give ourselves enough time to be amazing.
Hello.
See what I did there?
One love, 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 one love. If when at the morning wake you up and your body not feeling good and the music is all you got, come and turn on the radio. Feel like you want to get away, like you don't want to go to work, but you know I never give you up. Oh, cause when you're feeling away, remember, falling in love in my arms, another hug, you're my one. Hold on to me so we can be sent from above, understand, sharing the love forever. So let me see you raise your hands, hands, hands. Amazing hands, hands, oh hands, amazing love. Spread your love now with your neighbor. Good will always in your favor.
This is how we close off the morning show this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Melly Rose taking us to the top.
Amazing. One love, 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 one love.
Remember to go out there and make a difference today now, because together we aspire, together we achieve. On behalf of Natalie, Natasha, my name is Raucus. Melly Rose to the top. Let me go.
Papa told me follow your gut when nobody out there in the world. Feel like you want to get away, like you don't want to go to work, but you know I never give you up. Oh, cause when you're feeling away, remember, falling in love in my arms. Another hug, you're my one. Hold on to me so we can be sent from above. Understand, sharing the love forever, be there. So let me see you raise your hands, hands, hands. Amazing, let me see your hands, hands, oh hands. Amazing love. Spread your love now with your neighbor. Good will always in your favor. This morning could be so major. Amazing. One love, 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 one love.